Hello there, YouTube. It's your boy, B3. Back with another kicking action figure review. Today we have the Hammond collection, Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Geosternbergia. There we go. It's a 30th anniversary figure from the Hammond collection. My partner kept this box for some reason. He actually had this figure for a while. He got it on clearance for $10.99. Well, it was $21.99. That's a pretty good deal, actually, quite factually. But I don't know why he kept the box. I wouldn't have. But he did. And I'm kind of glad he did, because now I can show it off. It's from The Lost World. And the Geosternbergia. While the Pteranodon may rule the skies of Isla Sorna, the Geosternbergia makes a memorial pre-production appearance and displays an impressive wingspan with a longer neck, beak, and head crest. I believe the pre-production appearance is because when they were making The Lost World, when the helicopter takes them away from where the raptors are attacking and gets them off the island, I think these were originally supposed to attack the helicopter. But I think Geosternbergia is the species, and I think Pteranodon is the genus. So this is still a Pteranodon. It's just a very different looking Pteranodon. Still cool. I'm pretty happy with it for the most part. I can tell they tried really hard on this figure, though their execution might not have been 100%. How do I say this? Successful. Oh wait, that was pretty easy to say. Articulation-wise, he's got a big old mouth. I love that jaw articulation. Rip triceratops. You have up and down on the head and a rotation on the head. Sadly, there's no like side to side without the rotation. It's just the rotation. Too bad. But you have up and down on the neck. And with a lot of neck articulation, you can kind of do your best to maybe, like that can make the head look to the side, but then the counter shading makes it look odd, so that's kind of weird. Oh well. You have up and down on the arms, ever so slightly hindered by the attachment to the body here, but since these are soft rubbery wings, if they weren't attached to the side, they would kind of just flop down, so I understand why they did that. I really do. He has it's kind of just rubber here, but then you have forward and back on his little wrists, rotation, and there's bendy wires in the wings, which I'll show you how to put to good use in a second. Straighten it back out, which is pretty easy, so you can get them back straight and easy. The legs have a rotation forward and back. There's like a knee bend in rotation, up and down on the foot, rotation. And if you kind of try to bring his legs down a good bit, and you put his arms down, bend the tips of the wings up, and put his feet down, you can kind of, sort of, try to get him in a landing pose. I would like to display him like this. I like pterosaur figures that are like in a walking pose. But the feature I praised for keeping the wings in a good flying position is the feature that kind of hinders him from being in a proper walking position. From this POV, he looks fine from a pterosaur's eye view, but his legs can't touch the ground, poor guy. They should be like back here, and the arms is... From certain angles, it looks good, but from other angles, it is not kosher. Look at his little danglies. So, I will probably be displaying him in flight form. But he is a fun figure to play around with. He does seem to have some paint scuffing issues, I've noticed. Pachycephalosaurus had some pretty bad ones in the last review. This guy's aren't as bad. He's got some on the throat, on the joints. That one actually looks like it was from maybe paint stick and not actually wear. But the ones on the arms are from wear, for sure. It actually kind of looks like here that it's been cut into on either sides of the joint. So I think when I'm pushing his head back, it's getting like pinched in there. And that's hurting the paint and sculpt. It's like wearing down the plastic. That's not great. So I try not to do it too much, and I try to keep his head like that instead. But the paint job is really nice. I actually love how colorful it is. I really like seeing my dinosaurs and pterosaurs colorful, because reptiles and birds are really colorful now. Why wouldn't they have been colorful then too? I like the kind of oranges in it, the blues. I love the nice wash on the crest, and the very cool eyes, the dirty tip that's been plunging into the sea and into flesh. He's very fun. Like, you can really tell they tried super hard on this guy. They wanted you to be able to put him in a walking pose, which I think is honestly very commendable. They tried super hard with this guy. They really did, and I'm very happy with it, especially for a concept art figure. I don't even think he got the storyboarding. I think they cut it before that. But I'm going to show him with a lot of other figures. First off, another pterosaur. Here he is with the Safari Ltd. Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus. Whatever. They're both pterosaurs. Quetzalcoatlus would, of course, been much bigger, but you can just say this is a juvenile. Moving on. Let's show him with a Jurassic Park The Lost World. Pachycephalosaurus from the Hammond collection. Okay, very cool, very ace, very swag. Also, that was my most recent review. Video review, anyway. Not video review, figure review. Figure review. Most recent figure review. Then, we got a little more Hammond collection action for you here, boss. Yeah, we do. We have the Jurassic Park Triceratops. Fun. Too small, but fun. Let's move it out of the way. And how about a human? A human? The Hammond Collection 3 3/4 inch Dr. Ellie Sattler. Woof. You'd snap her in two, huh? Yikes. And then we also have the Captives Jurassic Park 30th Anniversary Blind Bag Baby Stegosaurus. Teeny beeny. Yoink. Now how about some non-Jurassic franchise critters, huh? Here is one that's basically an unlicensed Jurassic toy. The Papo Green Running T-Rex. Very cool. This is kind of a staple of a lot of people's collection, and I do love mine. It was a gift from a friend. Much like this pterosaur. Well, this pterosaur was a gift from someone more than a friend, but still. Then the Beasts of the Mesozoic 1/6 scale Psittacosaurus. Obviously far too big, but still cool. You have the Adventure Force Tyrannosaurus Rex. Kind of a more vintage style dino. You can get this guy for like $2 at Walmart. Yoink. The Chap May Therizinosaurus. Chap May has such interesting looking dinos. And last but not least for dinos, the Schleich Styracosaurus. Very cool. Everything you just saw, by the way, has been reviewed on this channel if you want to check it out. And another figure that's been reviewed on this channel is this NECA 2019 Godzilla from Godzilla King of the Monsters. I just like to show a kaiju in these dino reviews. This is a nice US kaiju toy that was readily available when it came out. It can be a little harder to get now. I think the prices have gone up because it's a pretty good figure. But of course, I think most people are probably going for the Hayas now. I think they released an updated version of this one from Haya. But that is it. So what are my final thoughts on the Geosternbergia Pteranodon from Jurassic Park The Lost World concept art? It's pretty cool. It's clear that a lot of love went into this figure. I like the colors. I like the articulation, though I do wish I could get him in a better walking pose. He's very, very cool. I don't like how when I articulate his neck back it gets pinched, and he's getting paint wear very quickly. And yes, I know he's a hand-me-down figure, but at the same time, my partner is the type that just puts them in a pose and leaves them. He's not like me. He doesn't play around with them. they're pieces of, well, they're pieces of art to me, but they're pieces of art to him in a different sense. Like how you'd hang art on the wall and leave it. That's kind of how he treats his figures, which is why he usually doesn't go for articulated stuff like this. He just wanted some nicer Jurassic franchise things. He normally goes for, like, the Papo Rex I showed, or the slight Styracosaurus, the things that don't articulate, but focus more on detail. But, yeah, aside from that little bit of paint scuffing and the standing problem, I think he's actually a very fun figure. I think adults and kids alike can get a lot of fun out of this puppy. So that's it. Thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. And I'll be seeing you all next time. Bye for now. Da-na-na-na-na.